Hello, friends. the last time we saw each other, I just started the Baja, and it was pissing. At first, I thought it was pissing antifreeze. It was actually oil. It was leaking from. I think it was one of the cam seals, and it freaking sucked. You know, it was a kick in the teeth, and I had to step away for a bit because it was just, I don't know. It was just a big setback for me, but really, in the grand scheme, it wasn't that much of a setback because I had to get the seals redone. I don't know if it was a defective seal or something, but either way, the builder came by. We looked at it. I had taken the whole front end apart and figured out it was. I'm pretty sure I found the cam seal that it was leaking from because the oil got shot kind of everywhere inside of the timing set. I went ahead and replaced everything, all 4 cam seals and the crank seal. We did that to be safe. Started up, and it's great now. Has to burn off some oil off the exhaust manifolds. Let me pop the hood here. So here we are. It's all back together. And like anything, every time I have a setback, I mean, I know you guys probably enjoy it. But like every setback, it's good for you. It's good for the bidder. Baja fan 69, whenever you win this. I also had to get a new radiator. I ordered a new OEM radiator. When I was over here loosening this cam pulley, I banged my freaking breaker bar against this nipple, and I busted it. Here's the old radiator right here, and I broke this fucking nipple off. So I had to get a new radiator. New radiator cap. So, I mean, at this point, we got almost everything new here under the engine bay. So where we're at now, today, I'm gonna try to get the CV axle off. As you guys probably know, the inside of the CV axle over there, the boot's torn. I'm gonna get it off, send it into Raxels to get rebuilt. And while I'm here, the garbage truck is here. While I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and take off my tie rod end and replace the bellows that's torn. I have that piece also. And I also, I also have new sway bar bushings. I can do that as well. And then brakes will come next. Brakes on all 4 corners. I have the car up on my quick jacks right now, and you can see this thing, it's dirty with dirt, but it's not going to have any problems coming apart. I mean, this thing is clean. There's no rust. No rust really at all on this car. It spent most of its life in the desert, so I mean that's good for you, Baja Fan 69. All right, let me get my tools, and y'all can watch me struggle getting this CV axle off. I don't think it's gonna be too much work, but it always, I don't know. CV axles kind of suck sometimes. At least looks like I have clearance over there to get that roll pin out. All right, let's get started. Okay, I forgot to start recording. But I broke the axle nut loose, and I freaking damaged it. So obviously that's not going back on. So I'm gonna buy a new axle nut. I guess I don't know what I want to do next. I guess I'll do the worst thing, which is probably taking off the ball joint and releasing that from the control arm. Cotter pins are always kind of a bitch to get out. It doesn't help that I can't see what I'm really doing here. There we go. Cotter pins off. I think I'm gonna go get my 3/8 drive impact. Get that off. All right. Now the fun part. So I'm just gonna hit the control arm and hopefully get it to separate from the ball joint. It came out pretty easily. I mean, like I said earlier, there's like no rust underneath this car at all. So I've been kind of lucky that I haven't really had to work on rusty cars the way people like in, I don't know, places that snow do. So I'm kind of spoiled in that sense. You know, whoever gets it is gonna get a rust-free car. you know, so if they ever have to do anything like this, it's not terrible. I'm gonna wear ear protection because I hate, my hearing is already poor enough, and the freaking sound the shit makes when you slam a control arm is like reverberates so nasty. I think that got it. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was the hard part now. Oh, hope I don't eat my words. That was the hard part. Let me look under there. Maybe we'll be lucky. It'll be, that roll pin will be right where I need it. So I'm going to turn it off for now while I do this under the car. And hopefully it goes smooth. Alright, so I got the freaking axle out. And the inside, it was kind of shitty. It was a fucking flag. I knew I shouldn't have said it was going to be easy, but it wasn't easy. What happened was, for the first part, I was looking for a freaking roll pin, because every other axle I've taken out for Subaru had a roll pin. This one didn't have it. So basically I had to pop it out. I took the axle out, it's separated from this inner part. This part goes into the transmission. It got separated. Now I'm pulling on this thing because I figured, well, maybe there's no axle and you just pull it out. And I couldn't get it out. I ended up, asking around like, hey, what should I do? And what I ended up doing is getting a pry bar and putting it on there. And I'd been trying to pry bar, but I was just being too pussy about it. I wasn't giving it enough juice there. So yeah, I ended up getting it popped off. Man, it took a while, so it kind of sucked. But the axle's out. I'm assuming this is an OEM axle. I sent some pictures. Normally OEM Subaru axles are green right here, but I know Baja axles are a little bit different. So I sent pictures to the rebuilder to see what he says. And if not, I guess I'm gonna buy an OEM axle. So I guess now I'm gonna knock out those bushings, those sway bar bushings real quick, and maybe start on the brakes. All right, so oh Lord, every time I have a setback, that's good for you. That's good for the bidders. That's good for the winner. That's good for Baja Fan 69. I just got an email. Just got emailed back from Raxels, who I was going to rebuild. I should take this off. Oh fuck! Raxels. I was gonna. Christ! Rebuild the axle with Raxels. And so it was kind of a good news, bad news situation. Good news is that axle did look OEM, he said. Bad news is he doesn't have the frickin' joints to rebuild that one. So guess what that means? That means you're getting a new OEM frickin' CV axle, and they're expensive. So I'm gonna put that order in today, and then install the new axle when it gets here. I mean, whatever. I don't know. I think getting it rebuilt, I don't know, maybe saving $100. But I don't know. I guess you gotta look at the bright side. Now I don't have to ship, package, or ship anything. So that's kind of neat. While I'm down here, I may as well drain the oil, because it's just breaking oil in there. I use it to start it up, warm the car up, and bleed it. I'm gonna drain that. Oh, this has a nut up here. All right, let me go get a wrench. All right, so where was I? Yeah, I'm not gonna have to pack anything. That's kind of neat. But I'm gonna have to wait. I would have had to wait for the axle to get rebuilt anyway. Yeah, so whatever, it's all good. This axle, yeah, this axle's still fine. If that was ripped, I'd replace that too, but it's not, thankfully. I'd probably do this with my Milwaukee ratchet normally, but I got a new ratchet and I wanted to use it. It's freaking Nepros 90 tooth. So maybe you'll get some ASMR ASMR mechanic footage. I've come to the point where I've purchased all the tools that really I need to purchase. So I think I'm going to slowly start upgrading my tools. I bought this Nepros ratchet. I bought another 3/8 compact. I bought some nice Vessel screwdrivers, a Vessel 1/4-inch drive socket set. I really like it. It's super nice. That would be a great car set, like a trunk toolbox for your car. It's a little expensive because that's initially what I wanted it for, but it was so nice, and it seems like kind of a waste. I want to say the set is like $120 or something, which is nothing compared to, you know, when you're comparing it to Nepros. Okay, yeah, that's not a lot, but in the grand scheme, $120 is a lot to spend on a car kit, and it seems kind of, I don't know, like it's kind of wasted there, just sitting in the car. Maybe won't ever even get used. But it's really nice, and I really like it. Yeah, like this thing is cracked. Let's get you off. Oh God. I gotta crawl over there and get the bushings. Oh, come on, bitch. Oh yeah, this was pretty cracked. This hole looks a bit smaller, but maybe it's just wallowed out. No, I think that's fine. Oh yeah, look, this one is just broke. This side, everything rubber on this side fucking died because the downpipe is right there. Yeah, so now I think I'm gonna buy some Nepro sockets. They're freaking expensive. I think it was like $180 for a 3/8 drive set from like 5.5 millimeters up to, I think it was like 24 millimeters. And I don't know, I probably don't need it, but you know, like I said, I've come to that point where I want to upgrade my tools. Usually I like Tekton. Tekton stuff's really good. And this Nepros ratchet, maybe I'll do a video comparing my Tekton ratchet that was my, you know, previous kind of go-to to this one. I mean, it's such a dumb comparison because the Tekton, I want to say I paid $20 or $30 for it. This one, I think it's like $100. But you know, it's just kind of a there's going to be a difference, you know. Does everyone need to spend $100 on a ratchet? No, hell no. I've done fine up to now with a $20 ratchet. So, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I don't use ratchets a lot anymore. Since I got that Milwaukee electric ratchet, or I'll use my DeWalt impacts, or I'll use my Tekton long double box end ratchet wrenches. Sometimes you need a ratchet, you know, but it's not even like the ratchet is my number one go-to anymore. I also got a set of KTC double box end wrenches that hopefully I'll find an excuse to use them here soon. That's the other fun part of using tools, is just finding excuses to use them. And if I get new sockets, these sockets I got them at AutoZone. They're Great Neck. I don't even know if Great Neck is still even around, but it was a Taiwanese company. It was kind of like the mid-range tools. I worked at AutoZone at the time, and AutoZone had like the super shitty tools that are like that black blow molded case that's like $5. they just always fucking break. They're just pieces of shit. Great Neck was like the mid tier, and then Duralast is the, you know, high end AutoZone. I've had these Great Neck sockets. I think I've only broken one. I want to say it was I either broke one or lost one. I think it was a deep 14, or maybe it was a 10. Maybe this is the 10 I lost. But other than that, I've had them for 16 years maybe, and they've done good. They've done their job. But it'd be cool to have Nepro sockets just to, I don't know, just to look cool, I guess. All right, so axle's out. Can't rebuild it. Gotta buy one. Let me go upstairs, put that order in. I think that's all I'm gonna do today. Did the sway bar bushings, pulled the axle out. I'll do the brakes tomorrow or this weekend. But yeah, that's where we're at, guys. Car's running. We're getting close. We're getting close to be done mechanically. I want to do the brakes, and I'm gonna drain the oil, drain the transmission, put new transmission fluid. I'm not going to change the filter because Subaru does not recommend you change the filter unless there was damage to the transmission or damage to the filter itself. I'm going to leave the filter, put new fluid in it. Well, I guess the brake fluid too. I need to do that, but I'll do that when I replace the brake pads. I have pretty sure ordered brake pads a long time ago. I'll have to look in my garage at the parts. But that's it for today, guys. Sorry. You know, I didn't record for a long time. It really fucking sucked when this thing was leaking oil. But you know, I had to finish it. So yeah, that's it. That's it for today. Comment if y'all want to jump on the Discord and talk. Jump on the Collector Car Feed Discord. I'm on there, you know, almost every day. If you have any suggestions or stuff you want to see done, you know, I'll consider it to an extent, because I'm trying to not spare any expense while still trying to spare expenses on this rebuild. I'm fucking up to my eyes in this car. I'm hoping it'll pay off. But really, I'm just hoping I'll break even. Thanks again for watching, guys. See y'all later. Okay, so I decided I had to go to work, but I'm back now. It's nice outside. It's not super freaking hot. It's been really hot here in El Paso. So I decided I got the time. I'm gonna knock out the rear brakes. This shouldn't take me long. Got new rotors, and I've got new brake pads. Akebono is what I like to use on my cars. And I mean, like I've said from the beginning, I'm trying to build this car the way I would do it. So I'm going to use Akebono pads on it. And I have a new rotor. It's some kind of, I don't know, I got it from Rock Auto. Durago electrophoretic brake rotor. I don't know, I guess it has some kind of anti-rust coating. Man, it's actually pretty nice. Oh wow, yeah, look at that. I don't even think it has any, maybe a tiny bit of oil coating. I don't have a whole lot of battery left, so I'm gonna film as much as I can. Oh man, these suckers needed it. Golly. Where is fairly even, but look at that, dude. These brake pads were gonzo. CarQuest. How am I gonna get this? Okay, there's holes right there. That's gonna be a bitch. Alright, I'm gonna get the bracket off. Get the new rotor on, and then I'll show you all the final results. Alright, I got the new rotor on, pads are in, I put the brake loop there. I took out the pins, re-lubed them. They slid fine before, but now they're pretty slidey. So yeah, cleaned off the old grease, put new grease. Now I just need to bolt the caliper back on. And man, this was worse than I thought it was going to be. To get the freaking bracket off, it's difficult. I had to use a 3/8 extension because a half-inch drive, the extension would have been too thick, and I had to have a long extension, so I had to get my 3/8 breaker to break this bottom bolt loose. It was ridiculous. It was super tight. And the same thing with the top. There's very little room. But I mean, I got it. It worked out fine. The other side, now that I kind of figured out the tricks, it should go pretty easily. So let me bolt this on, and then I'll do the other side, and I'll probably be done for the day. Oh, I need to compress the piston. It's too far out for this tool. Let's see. All right, man, this thing sucked. It was pretty far out. I mean, I'm glad I caught it when I did. Otherwise, I'm sure the piston would have came out. You know, I like doing brakes. There's I don't know, something relaxing about it. When it goes right, I guess. When it sucks, but... And I bet it sucks in rusty states, I'll tell you that. But yeah, dude, there's not a lot of room. There's not a lot of room here. Even the caliper slide bolts, you have to do it with a wrench. Yeah, you have to do it with a wrench. That's what these are the double box end Texton ratchet wrenches I was talking about, and they're great for stuff like this. Because if I didn't have a ratchet wrench, this would really suck. And even with a ratchet wrench, you know, I don't have this kind of leverage. All right, so there we go. Akebono pads. These are pretty nice rotors. I might start buying these. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna do the other side off camera. But yeah, cool. You got a little bonus clip here. Thanks again for watching, guys. See y'all later.